Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Coming back at you, another offering of my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. We're over there to try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then I talk about the stuff. I let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, I'm going to go over there and try my best to describe while I'm doing this stuff. I'm going to yammer, there's going to be hand motions. I'm a very animated individual, just who I am. But anyway, I'm inside the truck. If I'm inside the truck, then that must mean that I was on my way to a place and I found a thing to review. It's very much the case today. No cool shirt today. Usually when I do these reviews, I like to have a cool shirt on. Cruddy old work shirt. I'm all super grody. My apologies, I guess. I mean, I don't know who I'm apologizing to or why, but sure, why the hell not? Anyway, folks, what am I trying for y'all today? Well, I've got to admit, I'm excited about this one because we've got a little bit of a blast from the past. We've been having some retro items come back in recent years. You know, we had the Coca-Cola with coffee, which is basically rebranded Coke Black. We had Pepsi Blue. I did videos for both those. Go watch those videos. So we've been having some callback drinks. And not too long ago, I saw it on his channel. There's a guy, it's Fast Talk Food Reviews, I believe. I'll probably link it down in the thing. But he does food reviews. Kudos to him and his channel. I definitely recommend checking out his stuff, especially if my videos are too long for you. His things are usually about like 5 minutes or so. He gets right to the point. Me, I like to just kind of go with it. But he went over there and he did a video for these. And I didn't even realize these were things, which I was surprised because typically I'm in the know about this shit. But yeah, and then I basically spent an entire weekend trying to find them, could not find them, and then randomly as fuck went into a gas station today, and there they were. What are they? They are boom! And boom, we've got a twofer. We've got Snapple Elements Fire and Snapple Elements Rain. The only downside, they have a third flavor, Air. And I could not find that one at the gas station that I found. They were just here. So hopefully in the future I'll get an opportunity to go over there and do that one. Now why am I so excited for these folks? Here's the thing. These, despite saying new and blah, blah, no. I mean, maybe they're new for like the flavoring and the way they're made. I don't know yet. We're about to find out. But these go back to like the late 90s. Okay? I remember when you got these in big glass bottles. Then eventually they cut down on the number of flavors they had, and then they were basically just two, and they were in metal cans, like big, resealable cans. So I was a big fan of these. Really, really big, right from the start. Because when they first came out, they were kind of this like edgy, cool thing for Snapple. Because not only were they going over there, and they had like all these exotic flavors, okay, like dragon fruit and passion fruit and all this stuff, things that you really didn't hear about in your typical fruit drinks at that point in time. Now it's become a bit more standard. So that was cool. But on top of that, they had these commercials. There were these little animated commercials with like these little animal characters, and they all basically became crack addicted to these. To the extent where there was like one episode or one commercial where like they decided to go over there and like sell one of their friends' kidneys to get some. I love those commercials, found them absolutely hilarious, and I cannot find them anywhere. They might at this point in time be lost media. I seem to be the only person who really has a strong recollection of them, so maybe they were just a fever dream. But I'm really happy that these are back. I'm hoping they're as good as I remember. I mean, that's always the, maybe my memory won't remember. Maybe they're different. I'm hoping they're good. They seem to be the same in terms of like their overall, maybe not their overall composition, but at least their theme. Fire is dragon fruit. Rain is agave cactus. I recall Rain was the first one I ever tried. I got it at a gas station when I was a kid that years later, like probably a solid decade later, I would end up working at. So we'll start with Rain. I wonder if does it have a thing inside? It does! Yay! The first flight traveled at less than 7... The first flight... Oh, okay. The first flight traveled at less than 7 miles per hour. Ground speed. Not airspeed, folks. Ground speed. It smells really good. And it does have, like I said, it's been a long time since I've had these, but there is, like, something tapping into my memory a little bit. Let's give it a go. I don't know if it's a 1-to-1 with what the original was. Like I said, it's been too long. I simply don't have it chiseled in my mind the way I once did. But I will say this. This was the drink that got me interested in the rest of the drinks and made me really like them. And this iteration, whether it's, the original formula or whatever, is very much the same thing. I really like this. It's very mellow. It's a very cool and refreshing drink. There's a sweetness to it, but it's not too sweet. It's kind of along the lines of, other Snapple products, like their peach tea, the Snapple apple, which I freaking love. It's so ridiculous. How does it taste more like apple than an apple does? It's amazing. But this is definitely, that's the thing with Snapple. I mean, typically I like my carbonated drinks. They're sugary and whatnot. But I do really enjoy this stuff. It's 10% pear juice. It's 45% less sugar than regular Snapple apple. Jesus! No artificial flavors or sweeteners. Bottle made from 100% recycled plastic. All good things. It's 110 calories. Total sugars is 25 grams. Do I have anything to compare that to offhand? No. Not unless Listerine counts. Does it? No, okay. I really enjoy this. Seriously, I like this so much. I do wish, first and foremost, I wish they just brought it back like in the big glass bottles they originally had. I was a big fan of those. Not only for nostalgia purposes, but at the same time, I think you got more in your drink experience than you do with this. This is definitely a smaller container. But then again, I was smaller too, so who knows? I could actually check somewhere around, maybe. I think I actually still have one or two of the old bottles, because I saved them. I just thought they were cool. It's so good. To overall describe it, like I said, it's a very mellow flavor. It's not overly sweet. It's very refreshing tasting. You can taste sort of a pear aspect to it, whereas with the agave cactus stuff, it's always kind of hard to say because it's not really a typical flavor that you're going to be, used to. So in terms of that, it's hard for me to, say, oh yeah, no, you can really taste the agave. Maybe. But it's just, I really do like what these have to offer. Again, this one anyway. Because it's a nice type of drink for something where if I don't want a soda, if I don't want a Gatorade, if I want something that's a little bit lighter, but at the same time I'm still going to feel hydrated, that's what I really like these for. And it's really good. I really enjoy this. So hopefully the Fire will be similar. The Fire was definitely the most common one by the end. But let's see how it is. I can sort of see, dragon fruit's another thing where it's I kind of know what dragon fruit tastes like, but I don't eat it regularly or anything. In fact, I don't eat it typically at all, but, sometimes things are flavored with it. I really like this one too. It's more flavorful than the rain was. And it almost, and this to me is kind of, when it comes to dragon fruit, because like I said, it's not a typical thing that I engage in. Dragon fruit to me almost has like a light, very, very light, like cranberry taste. Like if you take away the tartness of a cranberry, that's kind of what dragon fruit tastes to me like. So in that regard, that's kind of what this tastes like. Like if you were to tell me that this were like a, some sort of like a cranberry juice blend, apparently it's a blend of pear and grape juices. But yeah, if you were to tell me that it was like some sort of a cranberry blend, I would 100% go with that. It doesn't get to like a tart point, which I'm personally a big fan of. It's one of the things I have issue with. Cranberry is one of those things. You add it to stuff, it's fantastic. By itself, ugh, except for white cranberry. I don't know what the hell magic they use with that, but that's actually really good. So is this, though. I really enjoy this. And I enjoy it for similar but somewhat different reasons than the rain. As like I said, this one is a little bit more flavorful. It packs a little bit more of a punch. It's got sort of a very light, very, very light sort of tart aftertaste, to the point where I wouldn't even say it's tart. It's almost ranging on slightly bitter. It's a little bit more sweet, I would say. And like I said, it's similar, but it's different. With the rain is something where I would go over there. I would love to drink that, like after a long day of like mowing my lawn or, doing shit outside, something where I'm sweaty and I just, I want something light that's going to hydrate myself that isn't just, water, first world problems. That's what I would really like the rain for, because I think it would be really good in that regard. With this, I mean, it would still do that job, but this is something where I'd rather have it when I'm inside the house, just sort of lounging around. Maybe I've got the air conditioning on and stuff like that. And I just want something that isn't a soda, that's a little bit lighter, but I'm still going to get a decent amount of flavor. That's what I kind of want this for. So it's sort of, whereas this, I would say kind of, for me, sort of takes the place of like a water type situation. I would probably grab this over a bottled water. This I would grab like over like a juice, over like, an orange juice or something like that. It fulfills a somewhat similar purpose, but at the same time, it's still lighter, still really flavorful. And I will say, like I said, it's got pear and grape juice. I think you can taste the grape aspect to a certain extent. But I will say, to me, it's a very much an underlying thing. I wouldn't say, I know like with the Fast Talk Food Reviews, when he did his, that was one of his things. To him, it tasted more grape than anything. For me, I'm going to go more dragon fruit, sort of, light cranberry kind of type flavor. But I can see where like the grape aspect sort of comes in. But at least for me, it's not prominent enough where if I hadn't checked on that and if I hadn't seen his review first, I wouldn't think grape. Like I said, it would be sort of like a cran passion or dragon fruit blend. That would be kind of my interpretation of it. But again, just not as tart and not overly sweet. I'm really glad I found these. I really hope I find air. I'd not only like to really do a review, I'd really like to just have that. Hopefully these become more widely available. I was able to find one at a Casey's gas station. I believe Fast Talk Food Review, he was talking about, I think he got his at a Kroger. I don't have any Krogers around me, but I do have a Casey not too far from where I live. So anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me. Oh, yeah. Would I recommend them? 100%. Seriously. If I don't know too many people have the same nostalgia for these that I do, I really, really like these. I was a big, big fan of them. But they're definitely not something where typically people I've talked to, they have that same connection. They might remember them, but I'm sure there's a fan base for it because there's a fan base for everything. But, yeah, so maybe I'm biased, but I would definitely recommend them if you enjoy kind of fruit juice type drinks, Snapple products and what have you. I would 100%, if you can run into them, give them a shot, especially if you had them in the past before. I do think that if you had them before, if you enjoyed them before, I think you'll enjoy them again. If you're new to them, maybe it'll be a completely different thing for you, but I would still give them a shot because I think they're really good. And hey, if they're bringing back the Snapple Elements, every time one of these new things comes back, we just becomes that much more likely that we're going to get Gatorade Midnight Thunder back. Come on, folks! Midnight Thunder. Best name for Gatorade ever, because it could also be the name of a porn star. Yeah. Anyway, folks, 5 things before I get out of here. Number 1, have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. If you could go over there and have yourselves a truly elemental rest of your life, because, folks, what are we not, if not the elements of the world around us? Going all philosophical on you today. Final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole. Okay, you're not always going to succeed. That's just not going to, there's going to be days. Okay, trust me. But take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholism in your life. Makes things better for everybody. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Maybe you're going to go over there. You're going to try out the Snapple Elements. And you're going to love them so much, you're going to know somebody who works for Snapple. You're going to talk to that Snapple person and be like, yo, I saw this guy and he really liked your things and I really liked your things. Maybe, instead of just bringing back rain, air, and fire, let's bring back the whole range, because there was a bunch of different flavors. There's way more elements than that. You don't even got the main 4. Let's get Earth involved. You could do a whole Airbender Avatar promotion thing, but not the James Cameron movies or the live action fucking movie. Come on, folks. This shit writes itself. Or conversely, you could go over there and do something else completely different, but I'd recommend you do that because that would make me happy. Bye.